Hey everyone! My name is Jessie Goodman, and I am an actor and a therapist here in Pittsburgh, PA. And I am going to talk to you today about mindfulness. And if you don't know what that is, that's okay. You can still practice it with us today, right here, right now. And it's actually something that you can bring into all aspects of your life. So it's something that you can continue to practice long after you're done watching this video. So, let's talk first about what is mindfulness. Mindfulness is paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, without judgment. You may have heard it called living in the moment, being present. Maybe you had a teacher or a coach or a caregiver or a friend say, just be present. Live here, right now. Live in the moment. That's mindfulness. Sometimes it helps us to understand mindfulness to know what mindfulness is not. So, have you ever been scrolling on your phone or watching Netflix or Hulu or any kind of TV and you think it's been like 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, but it's actually been maybe an hour, half hour, a couple hours? Who knows? And again, no judgment. We all do this from time to time. And some people call it trance, or just kind of a way to check out for a moment. And that's a way for our brains, our minds, and our bodies to sort of protect ourselves, to just kind of check out, to go on autopilot. And that's something that we would call mindlessness. What we're practicing today is mindfulness, living in the moment, right here, right now. Now, mindfulness originated way back thousands of years in the ancient Eastern world, and we in the Western world have taken it, and now we use it in schools, in hospitals, many different kinds of programs. We use it for people of all ages, all backgrounds. You don't have to be a particular religion to practice mindfulness. You can do it anytime, anywhere, like I said. And scientists have found that it actually helps with increased self-confidence, with dealing with tough emotions or uncomfortable emotions like anxiety, depression, things like that. They've noticed it helps with increased sleep. They've also noticed that it helps with dealing with physical health issues. So a way of noticing and experiencing and accepting what's happening right here, right now. Now we can also use it in our art, no matter what art you do, whether that's music or singing or dancing or acting, performing, writing, drawing, cooking, anything you do, as a way, yet again, to engage all of your senses. You may even know a performer that you just get lost every time you see them sing or play or perform because they are so caught up in what they're doing. It's just coming through them and you're watching them live on stage. This is an example of mindfulness. They're fully engaging with being here, right now. And they're just allowing the song to live in them, to express it fully, using their body, using their thoughts, noticing the world around them and the audience around them. So again, mindfulness can help us just to learn to experience things as they're happening. Very often we can get stuck in our heads and live our lives in our heads, not even noticing what's happening around us. Not even, that happens to all of us, like we said, sort of getting lost, drifting away in thought. Maybe it's even happening to you right now as you're listening. And again, mindfulness is a way of coming back. Saying, can I come back to what's here? Can I bring myself back to this moment? So, we're going to start out today with a little bit of breathing mindfulness practice. And again, it's okay if you have never done this before. I'm going to guide you through, and I want to invite you to find a comfortable place to do this. And if you're feeling a little bit antsy or like you sort of have a lot of energy to get out, I want to invite you to pause this video and get up and move around the room, maybe do some jumping jacks safely, carefully, maybe shake out your body, do whatever you need to do, because we're going to come into a moment of stillness. Practicing being right here, right now, with all of our senses, with our bodies. So, feel free to pause this video. I will be here. and then come back. All right, and once you're back, I want to invite you to sit in a chair. You can also lay on the floor or stand, or you can sit with your legs crossed. It's up to you. I do want to warn you that if you pick laying down, it may be hard not to fall asleep. And right now, that is not the goal of this mindfulness practice. We are trying to find a place where we feel awake, where we feel alert. So I am going to demonstrate in a chair and lead us through in a chair. It's up to you. And I want to invite you to, if you feel comfortable, to close your eyes, if that feels safe for you. If not, you can leave your eyes open. And just if you decide to leave your eyes open, practice sort of having a blurry focus, not really looking at anything in particular. All right, so finding your position, I'm going to use something called Tingsha. Now these are mindfulness bells. They're from Tibet. And they're going to tell you when our mindfulness practice begins and when it's closing. So it can help to sort of bring you back, bring you into this present moment. And it allows you to just do what you need to do. And I can tell you, hey, all right, we're ending today. So you'll listen 3 times. It'll ring 3 times at the beginning and 3 times at the end. All right, so sitting upright in your chair, or lying on the ground, or sitting cross-legged, or standing up, whatever's most comfortable for you. Listening to your body, and if at any point things get too uncomfortable, I want to encourage you to take care of your body. And if you need to change position, that's okay. Simply notice the urge to change position. Notice the urges that come up, and ask yourself, okay, is that going to help my body to do that? And listen to your own body. And also, just so you know, during mindfulness, sometimes things can come up that we didn't expect. So sometimes certain emotions or thoughts or physical sensations can come up. I want to invite you to breathe with them. And if at any point something gets a little too overwhelming, I want to invite you to focus on your breath again, or to focus on your hands or your feet. So those are a couple of things for you. All right. Sitting in your chair, or on the floor, or standing, or laying down. Coming in to an upright and relaxed position. Coming into a seated position, or lying down or standing, with your feet and your legs uncrossed, allowing your feet to rest on the ground if you're sitting in a chair. Allowing your body to be upright, with your back, your spine lengthened, without feeling tense or tight. Noticing your head being in line with your shoulders, in line with your pelvis, and then your knees in line with your ankles, all the way down. Feeling that sense of being upright, alert, awake, and alive in this moment. And now noticing your breath. Allowing yourself to observe your breath moving through your nose, into your body, and out as you exhale. No need to try and change your breath or make it deeper or shorter, anything like that. Simply notice it as it is, right here, right now. Feel the cool air come in through your nose. Feeling your chest move, your belly go in and out as you inhale and breathe in, and as you breathe out. Notice has the temperature changed from when you breathe in to when you breathe out. Allow yourself to become curious about your breath. Like a wolf tracks a scent. Allow yourself to track where the breath moves in your body. Where do you feel it? And now if there's a particular area you notice your breath, see if you can observe that area. Maybe you feel it coming in through your nostril. Maybe you feel your chest rise and fall. Maybe you feel your belly move in and out. Notice how each breath moves through your body. Notice the inhale, and the space between, and then the exhale, and the space between that. And if any thoughts or emotions or physical sensations have popped up, that's okay. Gently let yourself know that this happens to everyone. Our minds drift and go away from time to time. And allow yourself to come back to your breath. Think of your thoughts as a boat. And attached to that boat by a rope is an anchor deep, deep, deep in the water. And that anchor is your breath. So anytime your thoughts drift away, allow them to be brought back by that anchor of your breath. Noticing the breath moving in and out. And now I want to invite you to notice your body sitting in the chair. Observe your feet on the floor, resting. Notice your body being supported by the chair or the floor. Notice what parts of your body are touching the floor or the chair, what parts aren't. Notice the feeling of your clothes on your skin. And again, if your mind has wandered, or a thought or an emotion has come up, that's okay. We can simply notice it without responding to it. We can notice it without reacting. It might be helpful to even label it for yourself and go, oh, worrying is happening, or boredom, or thinking. And simply allow yourself to feel it. No need to push it away or cling to it and make it more than it is. Experience it fully, and then allow it to drift away. Almost like clouds in the sky that come overhead and then drift away, vanishing completely. And now I want to invite you to notice the sounds in the space. What do you hear? Allowing yourself to release any judgments of them. So we don't need to say, oh, this sounds annoying, or I love this sound. Simply allow it to be sound you take in. Notice the sound of your body, right here, right now. Sound of my voice. The sounds in the room around you. And even notice the sounds outside the room. In the world outside. Notice, what do you hear? And now I want to invite you to come back to your breath and notice, has it changed since we started? Maybe it's gone deeper. Maybe it's gotten more shallow and light. Simply notice the breath, your body that's breathing for you. You don't have to do a single thing, and it will keep breathing for you. Noticing the feeling of the breath coming through your body. Knowing that you can always return to this breath, that you take it with you anywhere you go. And now I want to invite you to give yourself some gratitude and thank yourself for coming into being. Noticing your body right here, right now, your thoughts, your emotions, allowing them to be as they are, noticing the sounds in the room, and this present moment, knowing that you can come back. You can always come back to this moment and engage with this moment and really notice this moment too. Okay, so slowly start to blink open your eyes, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You can stretch and move however you need to. And now I want to invite you to, if you'd like, you can pause this and grab a notebook, or you can just notice for yourself and ask, how was that? What was that like? Especially if this is your first time practicing mindfulness. Was it hard to sit still? And again, when you ask this, see if you can release judgments of yourself and just notice what it was like. And know that for many of us, I would say almost all of us, at times it is hard to sit still. And notice how you're able to watch your thoughts, to watch your emotions, to watch what comes up in your body. And again, we don't necessarily need to react or respond. Oh, that was my stomach right there. So that's my body telling me I'm a little bit hungry, if you heard that. So again, noticing what's here, right now. Did you observe any sounds that surprised you? Did anything pop into your mind that you weren't expecting? What physical sensations did you notice in your body? What did you notice with your breath? And again, know that you can always come back to your breath. This is something that you can practice when you're at home, when you're walking around, when you're in class. Again, just coming back to this present moment. And I want to invite you this week to pick out a song and really practice something called mindful listening. So again, you may even, if you've got a notebook, you may want to write down some ideas for songs to listen to. And what does it mean when I say mindful listening? That means listening with all of our senses. So again, noticing, what do I hear? Noticing, what do I feel in my body with this song? What emotions come up, or images or thoughts? Noticing, what sounds do I hear from the instruments? What pitches? What's the quality of the sound? And again, I told you that mindfulness is paying attention without judgment. And the reason why we say without judgment is because judgment impacts how we experience something. So if I say, oh, I really love this song, that's a good judgment. It's going to change how I listen to it, right? It might put a filter over how I really listen to the sound of the instruments. It might make me judge it differently and not take in all the qualities because I've already said, oh, I love this thing. Similarly to if we have a bad judgment, like, oh, I hate this song, or I don't like this genre, or things like that, that's going to change how I listen to it, right? I might tune out completely. I might miss things because I've chosen, nah, I don't like it. So we're just temporarily releasing judgments so that we can really take it in and experience it. Now that doesn't mean I'm telling you to pick a song that you hate, although you can. And that doesn't mean I'm telling you not to have opinions. Actually, when we're able to fully experience something, we can even get closer to our values, to the things that we care about, because we've allowed ourselves to experience them, to experience our emotions, our thoughts, our physical sensations, things like that. So again, pick a song this week, and I wanted to invite you to listen to it fully. The other way we practice mindfulness is by not distracting ourselves. So very often, right, We'll put on a show at the same time we have music playing, at the same time we're eating something, at the same time we're talking to somebody, things like that. Or maybe you listen to music when you walk, or when you're taking a shower, or, all sorts of things. We're going to practice something called one mindfulness, which is where you do one thing at a time to really notice it. So I want to encourage you to turn everything else off. You can even put your phone away from you. You don't have to turn it off. You may be listening on your phone, so maybe it's about turning off notifications. And, like I said, turn off TV, try not to do any other activities, and just enter into the experience of really listening to the song. And then if you'd like to, you can journal about, what did you notice? What did I observe in my thoughts? What did I observe in my emotions? What did I observe in my body? Really taking it all in. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and for taking the time, like I said, to be, and to practice stillness, and to practice listening to yourself and the world around you, in a world that very often we get caught up in distractions. And know that you can always come back to this. You could keep coming back to this video. You can also keep coming back to your breath. You can keep coming back to, there's all kinds of mindfulness resources. Online, if you just Google mindfulness, there's lots of things for you to do. There's lots of apps. We have all sorts of things right now to allow us to engage with this moment, and to allow us to really engage with our art. So thank you again for joining me today. Know that this is a practice we can keep coming back to again and again. Bye, everybody.
Your voice is the key